Sorry about that.
No, you're all
Yo,
good.
what's up
What's
with
up,
it?
Isaac?
We in the building, what's good?
What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? How you living, bro?
Man, honestly, can't
Hi.
cut. Thank you. Hey, how you doing?
Good.
I want you to
Man,
meet
can't
Shan.
call it.
Shan used to be my old co-host, so this is a reunion for her and I.
For real? Oh
Yeah.
shit. Hey, I'm thankful to be a part of the reunion then.
Right?
No, but I actually checked out your Instagram and I like when you were going on live, you posted you had jazz music playing in the background. I just started incorporating that.
Oh,
So
yeah?
I seen you in the building. Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
that's
I
what's
love jazz music. That shit's
up.
such a fucking vibe.
Thank you. Yeah, it creates such like a calming, welcoming vibe. Like I love listening to jazz. It just mellows me out.
It's a
Like
good
I
time.
was telling my viewers the other day, I was telling them, I was like, it's such a free form and sensual feeling once it starts playing and like you just feel like you in the moment, man. Shout out to it.
Yeah.
Hey, but shout out to Russell, Too Dapper, the stars, talk to Tasha, Irene. I see y'all in the building. You know the stars in the
Oh
motherfucking building, baby.
yeah. Oh yeah.
We in this
You
bitch.
already know. You already know. But
We
Shan needs to be put on. You're the king of the man panel.
Oh,
He
yeah, I'm
wow.
here.
that's
Hey,
the king,
listen.
right? He's taking over my show.
Oh,
He's
okay.
Hey,
You always get the
I just,
good
hey,
ones, Russell.
firstly,
You
I just
always
want to
get the
say
good ones. You
thank you
know
to
how to pick them.
Russell. Thank you, everybody. You know what I'm saying? We out here doing our thing. Shout out to it. Guapo, I see you in the building. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to y'all for real.
that's it.
You know where
Okay.
the
Definitely,
vibe
definitely,
is.
definitely. Well, I appreciate it, guys, for you guys coming on and taking the opportunity. Shan, give me the signal now. I did check the times for you. The Jake Paul and the Mike Tyson fight doesn't start until 11.
Okay,
You
that's fine.
all right? So just let me know what you need. And then we're just waiting on Jennifer. I just sent her an invite, but you guys can go ahead and make an introduction as we're waiting on her, and then I might get started with a couple questions, and then I'll reiterate for her and as she gets on in. So why don't we kick it off with Shan? Let everybody know what you do. Reintroduce yourself, please. It's been so long. And then Isaac, you follow right
Yes,
behind her,
please,
please.
because I missed the introduction, so I want to see it.
Okay. Okay. Hey, everyone. I'm Shantaj, Shan for short. I'm a hairstylist, entrepreneur, and also a podcaster, media. I have two podcasts out right now, one called Student to Life, and another one that I'm revamping, White and Glass Conversations in person. We'll
Mm.
be airing that one soon. Yeah, just I'm a mom. Just a happy, joyful, going person that just love great conversation with people and connecting with others. But yeah, that's me.
She's awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Isaac, go ahead, buddy.
I mean, come on. Do I gotta say it? But guess what? I'm gonna say it regardless. You already know. Y'all already know who's in the building. It's the AllStar Izzy. It's Isaac of AllStar Lifestyle. Young, vicious target, seeking our friends to this world. No hesitation and forward thinking only. You know how we push the narrative. We push individuality. We do what we do. We a host of a talk show. We the motherfucking coaches, empowering people to be in their stardom field and doing what we need to do in this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? So this is a little bit of what we got going on. Okay, performing, recorded artists. Honestly, I feel like if I say too much, I think I'm boasting. You know what I mean? But
You're the
nah, this is what we do.
man.
Shout out to the stars. I see y'all. The stars, y'all's in the chat. I see my dog Ricardo, Darius putting the stars. Tasha was talking that shit. You know what I'm saying? Stars in the chat. Let's get some stars for everybody in the building. Let's do that thing.
Yeah.
Definitely, definitely, definitely. And here we go. We got her. What's up, Jen? Can you hear
Hi,
us?
I'm good. How are
Doing
you?
Hi.
fantastic. How about you?
What's
I'm
going
good.
on?
Hello, everybody. Thank you for having
Awesome.
me on.
Definitely, definitely. We just did introduction, so you didn't miss nothing. So go ahead and give your introduction, hon.
Oh, I don't know. I'm Jennifer.
Yeah.
Jennifer Perone. I host In the Closet podcast, and I own Essential Credit Solutions LLC, which is a business consulting operation firm place. Yes. So that is what I do. Mom of three. I'm and very enthusiastic about being a part of your project. Thank you.
Definitely, definitely. Well, Isaac put this connection together, so we got to thank Isaac for having you on, and then we'll have you on for future shows as well. So,
Thank
everybody,
Let's
we're
you.
do
on. Yeah, thank you. Appreciate that. So, ladies and gentlemen, tonight's topic is, and this is my host, the reunion, Shan put this together, a religious relationship.
it. Ooh.
So, before I go around with these questions, what do we think about it? And I have to kick it off with my old co-host, Shan.
Oh,
What do you think when you hear about a religious relationship?
why you put me on the spot like that, Russell?
Because I love you. Because I love you.
I think a religious relationship is good. I think, it's another one of those things that's to each their own. If it works for you and your partner, why not? I think a religious relationship can be extremely spiritual. It can be extremely uplifting to one another, healthy as well. And I think it's if it's something that you think is necessary for your relationship, you should definitely look for a partner. Or if you don't, or if you already have a partner, you guys should definitely have that and show that to the world, because not a lot of people nowadays do those things, so, or is strict about it and actually stick to it.
Oh, this is good. Jen, go ahead, hon. What do you think
With
about when you hear a religious relationship?
when I hear religious relationship, well, that can be in several contexts. Are we talking about a religious relationship in terms of how you come into a courtship and go into marriage? Or are we talking about after marriage and facilitating the relationship? So kind of clarify.
Let's get the
Are we
first one.
talking about
Go ahead.
someone, a person finding a potential partner and wanting the whole process from meeting someone who is in a certain religion, and going forward? I'll just say this. When you say religious relationship, I think what most people are referring to is that they're looking for a partner that is going to be aligned as it pertains to certain religious ideals contextually that define a relationship. What is a man supposed to do? What is a woman supposed to do within the confines of a marriage? Because religions, when we're talking about religions, we're talking about denominations. Are you Catholic? Are you Methodist? Are you Baptist? Are you Christian? Are you Hindu? Are you Tao? Are you Muslim? In the context of all of those relationships, you're going to find that the definition of marriage and what a man's role is and what a woman's role is and who is allowed to be married even are pretty consistent. So I would say that people desire that type of relationship because, one, when you are in a religious based relationship marriage, you are in a covenant. That is, it's not casual. There is a promise that is put in place there. That marriage certificate is a type of promissory note, and it has residuals that are paid back spiritually for those who intend to participate. There's a protection within the confines of that covenant and that contract that are not secured when you're doing casual. So that makes casual a little less comfortable.
Gotcha. All right. She rocked it. All right. Go ahead, Isaac.
Okay, so when I hear about religious relationships, right? I mean, my first thing is like I hope the man is leading that relationship.
Yes.
You know, I hope that the man is being like, I want this to be this type of relationship, because I think there's a lot of women that do lead relationships that can lead into, okay, it's gonna be this way. We're gonna go to church for this. We're gonna do this because I want it to be this way. When I think about that type of thing, I think about, I hope that I understand the introduction of what a woman can bring to a man's life, but I also go with a man needs to lead that part first, and that he introduced that part. If she introduced it, that's fine. But if he allowed that to happen, I'm cool with that. But if not, I'm not okay with that. I'm not gonna hold you.
Appreciate that. All right. So I like that. That's wrapped up in a nutshell. So let's get started. I have questions. Ooh. All right. The definition of religion is the belief and worship of a superhuman power or powers, especially of God or gods. Question and side notes. What do you guys believe should be displayed in a religious relationship? Isaac.
Praise. I mean, here's the thing. I'm not gonna. I can't speak for people that are in religious relationships, but you know, one thing that I do get from people who are, you know, religious in some aspect, in some way, from women that are like that. You know, a lot of them do want some freedom, and a lot of them they do like to praise. They do like to praise the man that they're with, and I mean, I'm not a man who's gonna be like, we're gonna be in a religious relationship, because again, this is my reality. This is what I bring for this aspect. But you know, I mean, there's some aspects of if she is religious, and these are just examples that I've had in my lifetime. I mean, if she's religious in some aspect, there's gonna be parts where she takes the religion of praise or maybe of love. She's gonna bring that to the man aspect. She's gonna bring that to me. So that's what I like about that.
Gotcha. Displayed. How was religion displayed in a religious relationship, Shan? Go ahead. If you have a rebuttal or you agree with Isaac.
I agree with Isaac when he was saying, a man should definitely be the leader of it. The question is, how is it displayed? How is
Yeah,
religion
like
displayed in
how.
it?
Yeah, what do you guys believe should be displayed in a religious relationship? So when a guy meets you, what would you expect out of that if he's Christian or Baptist and he tells you that I have a higher belief in God? What would the first things that would really you would find appealing that he would display for you, as in terms of getting you roped into actually having a religious relationship with that person?
Well, he first of all he would have to if I'm not a religious person and I decide that I do want to join his religion, he would have to lead that. He would have to show me what his daily regimens are, what he do. Do he wake up and pray in the morning? Who does he pray to? Um, Give me an understanding of it. Like literally sit me down every couple nights out of the week and show me the ropes. And I'm pretty sure like his family and stuff like that would also show different things that they do, how they pray, how they worship, when do they go to church, do they go to, like what churches do they go to, whatever it is. Yeah, and I would, on my end as well, I would want to do my research, to let him know that I'm also serious about it, and take those necessary steps depending on whatever religion that it is. Me personally, that's really just for the general, but me personally, it will have to be something that really makes sense to me and I feel it in my spirit, and once I have that feeling, it'll whatever it is that I need to learn from him and learn from the religion and from his family, it's a no-brainer.
All right. Excellent, excellent answer. Jennifer, it's on you. How would religion be displayed if a man presented himself to you? What would be the first things that would be appealing to you that he would display to you to rope you into a religious relationship?
Well, I will tell you, I don't know about a totally religious relationship per se, but every relationship I've been in, and I haven't been in many, I've been married before. And if I'm dating someone, I mean, anytime I meet a man and get into a relationship, and I advise people, I talked about it in my book, Wife Positioning, Attract Your Husband. If that's what you want. See, what a lot of people don't realize is they want to have they look on Instagram, they look in the community, and they see certain people living a certain way. Well, if those people have religion already incorporated, when I say religion, are you a member of a church? I'll always ask any man, if a man's pursuing me, I want to know, do you belong to a church? What church do you go to? And what role are you playing in your church, if any? Are you just attending, or do you have an office in your church? I want to know those things, because when you date a man, there is the potential to marry a man. When you marry a man, you are marrying a lifestyle. So being a church member, being a church participant, being of a certain religious denomination, that is his lifestyle. And so right off the bat, I want to know everything about your lifestyle, because if I don't like your lifestyle, I don't want to sign up for any of it. And that's very important to me. And I think it should be important to every woman, because my ex-husband, I signed up with him, meaning I started dating him. He was going to a church that I had visited before that I did not care for that church. And I told him that. He told me that he was there and they were going to be sending him out to his own church. He told me he had a call on his life. He was going to be a pastor, yada, yada. We ended up going to that church 4 years. I was miserable. I'd be there Sunday morning, pulling up in the parking lot and cursing, going, Lord, what the F am I? That's so, you can't sign up for something like that. That is crazy.
Yeah.
And so he basically told me what I wanted to hear, because he knew off top I didn't like the church. I would tell anyway, you got to be on one accord. You have to be as one. But the bigger red flag for myself, not just criticizing him, myself, if you shouldn't sign up to be with a man you can't follow. Because I'm like Isaac, I believe that every woman watching this, whoever sees this, do not be with a man that you can't follow. Whether he's doing right or wrong. If he's doing crime, if you don't want to hustle with him, don't be with him. If
Yeah.
he's going to church, if you don't want to praise with him, don't be with him.
Beautiful.
If he's, I come from New Orleans. We do. It's about to be ball season. I love a ball. I love a tuxedo. I love a wedding, a reception. Hell, I love anything. I just sit up like Miss Chandler and put on regalia and just be in pearls all day long if I could. I like that. That is who I am. Now, my man, he can do those things. He's very corporate. On his way now to come to the, but would he do that every day? No. We have found a happy balance in the things that we do. But the church where I go now, he brought me there because I needed to see his church. I can follow that. I'm not going to be with a man I can't follow. That's why I got a divorce. I couldn't follow the man I was married to with where he was going. It's like, this is where I get out.
Gotcha. You jumped ahead, and
So,
I love that though. So that's that. I was going to exclude Isaac and myself for just a second, and ask Shan, and then ask you, Jen.
Oh, please.
That we're on the topic of religious relationships, but do you ladies know there is a fine line between being manipulated,
yeah.
in coercion, and something that you don't want to
Oh,
do?
yes.
So I got your answer, Jen, just a little bit, but let me just get it from Shan. So Shan, if you've had personal experiences, or if you've met friends that have ran into somebody that fell so hard, deep in love with that person, but didn't have an understanding that there was manipulation involved in the actual practices of religion.
That you're asking, have I
Yeah,
ever
did you
encountered?
experience that, or somebody that you've known have experienced that? Like, would you know, or would you know in between the lines of when you're being manipulated when
Okay,
it came to religious?
so
Yeah.
I wouldn't the word manipulated and
Yeah,
religion is very tricky.
Okay.
So
Oh,
what I
that's
will
nice.
say
I
is
agree.
I just interviewed someone and we were talking about her ex-marriage that she was in, her ex-husband, the marriage that she was in, and she did state that, she did everything she thought a wife could do. She was in the church, she was at every Bible study, she was this, and that. I think his parents was really religious, or he was really religious in the Christian community. But he still had eyes for other women. He still cheated. He still, whatever he did, it wasn't attracted to her after she had his third kid. She went through a deep depression, and she had to find herself. I say all of that to say that now, she's not in the church every day. She's not doing that, but she's living a happy, fulfilled life. So the reason why I said those two words are, it's very tricky to put together, because religion is a practice and it is a mind changer. It changes everything that you do, how your daily, routine is. Everything changes, right? So in a way, it is a bit of a manipulation is a bad thing, though. It's a bad word. Like, it's a negative word,
Right.
right? Like,
Right.
okay, so there's another word to use, but it's still like the same as manipulation, but
Coerced.
yeah, kind of like that. So I don't want to say that she was manipulated, but she thought that that's what he wanted from her, and she thought that that's what would have kept the relationship strong. So yes, in some ways it
Fuck.
can be, and some men do that to keep their wives in a box, away from everything
Ooh.
else, the world. You know what I'm saying? So, in a way, it can be. I do agree, and I understand where she was coming from. She was pretty much like manipulated into it in a way.
No,
Okay.
want, I need, let me clarify that.
Yeah, go
I
ahead.
don't
Go
want
ahead,
to
Jen.
misrepresent anything.
Oh no, not
One,
you. Sorry, but the
oh,
other
your
girl,
friend. Oh, but
yeah,
even for myself,
yeah,
I believe in being fair. Um, I'm in a happy place. I'm gonna stay in a happy place regardless. Whatever Jen
yeah.
got to do to be happy, that's what Jen is doing. So there's several things. When people say they've been manipulated in a religion, I don't doubt that, but I can speak to if you are a Christian. The word says, "Study that show thyself approved." Now, what I've seen a lot of women get caught up in, and even men, is that the world of church. It's just like the world of the cigar scene. It's just like the world of the drug scene, because in that world there are certain key players. And so when people are participating in something, there is a certain level of prestige depending on what position your man has in the church. Is he a deacon? Is he an usher? Is he on the praise team? Is he the pastor? So a lot of women, I've sat back and watched that they compromise because they are more attached to the position than they are to the man. They put up with a whole lot of things. I've watched a whole lot of bishops' wives. It's not even about God for them. So at that point, it's not even the pastor, the bishop, it's not their fault, chick, it's your fault. Because you are more attached to red bottoms than you are to God. That is the problem. So when it comes to religion, if you study to show thyself approved, if you are all about serving God, then there are certain things you wouldn't tolerate because you wouldn't let him fall. You would check him. So I don't want to hear these sob stories, because all the women that I've seen that have been kind of manipulated, no, they weren't manipulated by those men. They didn't love those men. Because when you really love a man, you're not going to put up with certain things. You're going to get on him. They're not fussing. They're just waving. They're just whatever. No, ma'am. No. In my case, he didn't manipulate me. He lied. So I'm not even, and so he lied about something that I was believing in what he said. But because I have my own Bible and I can read, one thing that my daddy taught me, and that anybody, a gangster, the gang only gonna follow the leader. They killing, stealing, or whatever, according to what is his street cred. What have you done? So I'm gonna follow you according to how you move. So you're not going to manipulate me with the Bible and tell me what the wife should do if you can't do, because I can read what the man is supposed to do. So in the minute that you stop operating in what is your calling, then I'm not going to operate in my assignment.
There we go.
But I wasn't
Isaac,
attached to the profile of being there, and he had a position. That wasn't I'm Jen.
Yeah. No, I get
so
you.
You got to know you.
This is
So
true.
I don't agree with that. Nope.
That's true. Isaac, if you want to weigh in real quick before I move on to the second question. Do you believe, or have you seen a little bit of like manipulation when it came to guys trying to run game on women or any of that?
Oh, hell yeah. I actually have a live about how men run game on women, especially in that realm. I think again, like I'm gonna state again, just previously. I mean, if you run game on women, I think you're weak as fuck. And the reason why I say that is, I think that you're just trying to create control because you don't have control within yourself, especially when it comes into a religion aspect. Now that can get touchy. I like what Shane. That's your name, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So I remember you were saying like there's a fine line for manipulation of religion and X, Y, and Z, but it's true. I mean that's what everything falls into. I have no respect for men that do that. There's a lot of things that happen. It's 90% of the world. People want to look outside. I mean, religion, people, men specifically, excuse me, males, pardon me. Males use religion as a safe haven to keep their women in a certain place to keep them comfortable and in their little manipulation pool, man. Fuck that shit. That's all I gotta say to that.
Gotcha. Appreciate it. Fuck that shit. We're gonna end it on that note.
Yeah,
All right, so
that shit.
that's funny. All right, so we're pretty much going to reiterate what we just pretty much discussed. And can religion be somewhat overrated, such as both parties should be virgins, or some religion cultures believing that having multiple wives, etc., etc.? Let's kick it off with Shan. So this whole belief, you have to be a virgin, and I can have multiple wives, and you need to stay home and cook. That's what God told me to do. Is that a problem?
Is it a problem? I think it's a problem for someone that doesn't want to live that life.
Yeah.
Some people want to live that life. Some people want to, you know, abstain their body until they find their husband. Be celibate until they find their husband, because that's what in the Christian world says. I believe that. That in the Christian world, you can be reborn again.
The what?
Okay.
In the Christian world, you can be reborn.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So and that's when you're forgiven for all your sins and stuff like that. So you can live. We see it all the time. People that live these wild, crazy lifestyles, and then even their sexuality changes back around when they go into Christianity. So yeah, it's one of those things that definitely can if it's something that you want for yourself or your life. Yes, and if you just so happen to meet your partner and they want the same things, then why not align it? Now, there's a problem when you're manipulated into living that lifestyle. if the guy knows that you've had X amount of bodies before, and then he shuns you 3 years down the road because he wanted to get what he wanted from you, and then now he suddenly hates you. You know what I mean? Because of that's because who you were. So it's tricky, but I think it's something, if it's something that you want, and it's that change that you want within yourself, hey, find a partner that wants it too.
Go for it.
If you get
Jen, before I go over to you, give me 1 second because I heard it from Isaac. Did you want to rebuttal real quick?
hell yeah, I want to say this: if you get mad at a bitch that say that she got more body than you, you a fucking bitch. I just wanna say that real quick. I want to make that statement for real. If you get mad at a woman who has more bodies than you, you're a fucking bitch. You're weak as fuck, and you shouldn't even be asking that. But let me say this to that, Shane. I don't believe in the whole reborn thing, to be honest. I ain't gonna lie. It's cool. It's cute to have it in the moment, but I don't think like you can never forget your past. You know what I mean? Like once you that motherfucker, you a little slut. And I'm saying motherfucker too because I'm like that too.
I mean,
But
you
I'm saying once you
can
that,
change
you ain't
though.
never gonna forget that.
I think the problem with a lot of Christians when they become reborn, they act like that lifestyle. They're not real about it. They're not authentic to themselves, and not
That's why I say
they
something to
shun
it.
others because of it. But I can say I was a drug addict and I recovered. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna say, oh yeah, drug
Yeah, but
addicts are X, Y, and Z, and I'm gonna talk bad about them. I just know that it's a part of a part of their life that they have to overcome. So it's for me, it's like I know a lot of people that went into Christianity that don't live the life they used to live before, and
right,
some
but
people
I
they
mean,
be, they
but
be faking it, but
Hold
some
on, hold on,
people.
hold on, hold on. One mic. Let Shan finish it, and Isaac, go ahead, and then you can
my
finish after.
apologies.
Go ahead, Shan. Finish your
No,
point.
yeah,
Hold on 1 second.
I was just saying that I just know a lot of people that has transitioned into becoming a Christian. I actually interviewed a Jamaican artist that is no longer a dancehall artist, and she's now a Christian. And she used to be the biggest dancehall queen in Jamaica, and now she has a church. She's a pastor. She doesn't live that lifestyle anymore. I don't even think she's having sex. So but she will always talk about her past, and she will never shun herself for it. And the women that are living like how she used to live, she don't look down on them or anything of that nature.
All right, one last rebuttal, then we got to get Jen's insight. Go ahead,
Yeah,
Isaac.
I just want to say I appreciate those who own it. That's one thing.
Yeah,
But motherfuckers who try to hide from it,
yeah,
yo, ass safe. That's all I'm finna say.
I
Because a
agree.
lot of people want to get into some type of religion. People want to be, I'm born, I'm doing this. No, I don't believe in that shit. I don't give a fuck. Because I've been with women that have, to this day, that have been in church, after the Sunday, they sucking some dick. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
10 minutes
this is
right after.
true. If it's yeah,
I'm just being honest. I'm just being 1,000. The sins don't matter. It's more of a societal thing. I want to look like I'm this type of thing. I want to look like I'm perfect, pure and shit. I just made a video of that before I got on here. Ain't no such thing as pure innocence. But shout out to those who stick to the guns of what they spin to say. That's all I need to say though.
that's it. Shan, you need to put them on your show next. Jen, we're gonna get some
Yeah.
insight from you, hon.
I
So
would
can
love to.
religions be overrated, such as both parties wanting to be virgins, some religion cultures believing that having multiple wives, etc., etc.? So I just want your insight on that. Can it be a little bit
Can you
overrated with
repeat the
something?
question? Because you kind of went out.
Yeah, no problem. I can repeat it, hon. Can some religions be overrated, such as both parties wanting to be virgins, or some religions wanting multiple wives and all this nonsense? God told me that that's okay. So can it be a little bit overrated?
Well, one thing that I will abstain from is I'm not going. Hold on. I'm not going to. I'm sorry, y'all. We are on a trip. My daughter's getting married
No, you
tomorrow.
good.
Oh,
You good. Yeah,
congratulations.
congratulations.
No problem. So one thing that
Hey.
I definitely believe, don't believe, but I don't believe in criticizing or passing judgment on anybody's religion. Okay.
Okay.
I don't. I don't. Uh, I do not believe in. Everybody has a. If you've ever been to church, you've heard of a testimony. Like Isaac says, everybody has a past. Your past is going to always be with you. Your past can be very, very powerful. Okay. So some people are walking through certain experiences that are going to become their past. because they're going to be able to use that to mentor and help somebody else.
Mm.
You see what I'm saying? I can't tell where I was 10 years ago. I'm not there now. But if that's where you are and you real with it and you true to it, I think it's fine. So if you are in a situation, you in a particular religion, and keep in mind, some people are born into certain religions. So that's even beyond their control. I don't see anything wrong with being as pure as you can be. I don't see anything wrong with if you're in a religion and they say you got to have multiple wives and a man can take care of all those wives and everybody is comfortable. But the biggest thing is whatever religion you're into, if you have, as a grown person, aligned yourself with that religion and the operations and the culture of it are reflected in the religion's text and they being true to, then that's what you signed up for.
Gotcha. All right, appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you so much. All right, so moving on. All right, this is directed to the ladies, and then Isaac, if you want to chime in. Ladies, do you believe in the sanctity of marriage, under which is governed by religion?
Yeah.
Shan.
Yes.
Jen answered. Okay, yes. Shan.
Let Jen go.
Let Jen go.
Ahead, Jen.
Let Jen go.
Why
Yeah.
you want me to go,
You
Because
Shan?
he
all right.
been
Let
picking
Jen go
on me
then.
first.
Oh,
You
no.
did respond fast
You
as
know
hell,
what?
though.
God told you that
You
Jen
did
needs to go
respond fast.
first. So Jen,
Look, hallelujah.
and let the Lord be with you. Now go ahead.
Let him use you, girl. Go
That's
ahead. Let God work
I
through you.
rebuke you.
Be
Now,
a
never mind.
willing vessel.
Ladies,
Come on. Be a willing vessel, honey.
That's right.
Let the church
Lady,
say amen. All three of us, including Isaac. Say amen, Isaac.
Isaac.
Use your gifts, honey.
Yeah.
Let your gift make room for you.
That's right. Somebody does, damn it. All right,
Hallelujah.
ladies, do you believe in the sanctity of marriage under
Yeah, crazy.
what is governed by religion? Jennifer.
And I just want to take a moment to say for those believers who are watching, the Cash App is on the screen. God might be calling you to sow a seed into this great ministry that is going
Oh,
forth.
you know
Do
what?
not
Thank you.
hesitate. Do not
Hold on one second,
hesitate.
Jennifer. Hold
Do
on one
not
second. Now, in the name of what Jennifer just said, now God has told y'all to donate $2 for a question. All right, God told you
It
that.
only
He didn't tell me.
costs
It
this
only
much.
costs
Hallelujah.
It
$2.
only costs that much.
Hallelujah. So go ahead and pass the collection plate, and we're gonna get this going. Anyway,
Hey,
$2.
if someone sends in $2 right now for a question, I'll send in $4 for another question.
Oh
Oh,
man.
come
What's
on.
up with it?
Come on.
Now
Come
come on
on,
Someone
now.
send in
Bishop.
$2, I'll send in $4. What's up with it?
Yeah,
Oh,
Shan,
Lord.
you sent in 6. All right, now, ladies, do you believe in this? I gotta stop. Do you believe in the sanctity of marriage under which is governed by religion, Jennifer? Religion
I
is
do.
involved in marriage. Do you
I
believe in that?
do.
All right,
I don't
let's
want to be with a heathen.
break it down.
So when you get into religion as defined by the word of God, and I'm a Christian, so I can only go with the word that I'm following. Like I said, whatever you into, if you're gonna be Rasta, whatever, you got to follow the word and whatever y'all been given. But as the Bible describes the role of a husband, because I believe in marriage, I don't believe in casual. I believe that you do need to date someone for a sufficient amount of time. I used to think getting married in 6 months, 9 months was a flex. I'm not there anymore. I learned no, that's not the plan for me. Some people it works. But once you get to know someone wholeheartedly, I do believe in the man being the head. I believe that you as the woman, you are a support to your husband. I believe in that. Now, some women don't like that. I see Shay down there clutching her pearls and stuff and all that.
Oh
That's
shit!
fine.
Damn.
I know
I
for
hear that.
me,
No,
I
no,
don't
no.
want
You
to.
said the man is the head, and I said the woman's the neck.
Okay, I thought you was
She
like,
do
Yeah,
oh,
get
yeah.
some
Bishop is
good.
the
Oh
head.
no,
I'm
no,
like,
no.
okay, girl, but I
I
can't,
agree with you a
Yeah,
thousand
she
I'm not
percent.
trying to
agrees to you.
sleep at your
It's
house.
about to be tight. You
That
can't
makes
call him
sense
a
why
head.
the
No,
woman's the
I mean,
neck,
it's
We
all
though.
don't
right.
need to
I
watch
ain't
the
gonna
fight. It's
lie.
here. It's right here. God's here.
And
Go
I'm
That
gonna
ahead, Jen.
tell
that
You
you
makes
good?
sense why
why I
women's the
believe that.
neck.
My dad, my father, my father was ruthless, but he was real and he was strong. I can't follow no man that is weak. Moreover, I can't follow you if you weak in God, because I need to know
Oof.
that you're strong enough to submit to something greater than yourself. And I just believe in how I was raised. I believe in the principles and precepts of the order of marriage, that it is me and you. It's not me and you and your family, me and you and your baby mama, me. Yeah, I like how that is set up. That is the plan for me. Now, that may
Okay.
not be the plan for everybody. That's the only plan I'm going to sign up for. The minute we run out of that plan, I'm out. Now, I know some people say, how you going to be out? Because they don't talk about divorce in the marriage, but you got to submit to husband as he submits to God. So when you truly submitted to God, you're going to roll right. You're going to act right. You're going to be in a certain order. It's certain conflicts we're not even going to endure or come across because you are rolling with God and you submitted in that order. Then I can ride and do whatever you say. You are in charge. I'm the prime investor and you're in charge. Hustle and flow. But when you don't do that, so yeah, I love the Bible and
Wait,
how it has marriage set up. I do not
excuse
want to be
me.
a man. I do not want to be, hey, it's okay for those who transgender. That's not my calling. I don't want to do none of that. I like
Oh,
being a
damn.
woman. I like being a soft woman. I could cook all day. I'm your help. You have the
Help
note. I
me.
have the lights, the light,
Help
water, and
me.
gas. I got that. I'm helping. I can buy all the groceries.
Oh,
I'm there.
okay.
I iron your clothes. I like doing that.
Go ahead,
I'm not.
Isaac.
That's sexy.
Go ahead, Jen.
But
I'm sorry, Jen. Did you finish? I'm sorry, hon.
Oh,
You're,
I'm
you're
good.
good.
Because I
Okay.
don't
All
want
right. Go ahead, Isaac. And then I
the
gotta get.
Shan's turn.
No, well,
And I
I
Isaac.
want.
just,
Isaac wanted to
Oh,
butt
I
in real
thought
quick. Go ahead,
it
Isaac.
was the women.
Yeah, you
first of
know.
all, I want to
No,
say
you're right.
iron clothes.
It is about the women. He just wanted to say something real quick.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Isaac,
Two
before I
things.
get
Two things.
shot.
One, iron clothes. That's sexy. Number two, what was the thing again? Like, what was this? What is this topic for them?
Oh, I'm sorry. So, do they believe in the sanctity of marriage under which is governed by religion?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. That's it. Sorry. I was just like listening to it. I'm like, God, Lee. I feel like it's a whole bunch of jargon. To be honest, I ain't gonna cap to you. Like, I feel like.
No, go ahead. Add your 2 cents because that's what the
I
show. We're
mean,
not
no,
always going
it's
to
just
agree on the
that.
same
Like, I
thing.
feel
So,
like, bro. Okay, I feel like, and it may not even be y'all, but if it's y'all, then it's y'all. But I feel like people just be saying this shit just to fucking say this shit. Like,
You
mm.
you know,
think
I
I
feel like
was just
wait,
saying
wait, wait,
it's a,
wait. Hold on. One mic, and then Jen,
I
you can
just,
rebuttal. But go ahead,
I just
Isaac.
feel like this is a very like, it's more like I said, if the boot fits, then the boot fits. But I'm saying that I think a lot of people they can talk about this shit in the forefront because it's a safety net to be in this moment right now. Like, oh yeah, I'm like X, Y, and Z, and I feel like that's cool. But like, what else? You know what I mean? I don't know. Like throughout this question, I asked again because low key, I ain't gonna lie, I was getting a little bored. I was like, okay, that's cool, but like, what else about it? You know what I mean? What else can what else about the situation can someone talk about? That's what I'm thinking. That's all I gotta
No,
say
I
on it.
appreciate it. That's honesty.
Not for
Go ahead, Jen.
real. I just wanna be thousand.
No, go ahead.
is
All right, Jen. Go ahead with your rebuttal.
so
Go ahead.
are you saying the topic is boring or are you testing my real, like they say? Because I really do like the way things are set up in the Bible. And what I tend to find is that I'm not saying you, Isaac, but a lot of men who want to come against how things are set up biblically, it's a lot of times it's like they kind of low key weak. Like they don't like the fact that they're a man and that they have to bear these responsibilities that God has set forth on them according to the Bible. I mean, I'm not a 50-50 chick.
You
That's
know,
not who I am. But I do believe in submission and I do believe in taking care of home and I do believe in taking care of my man. As long as you
yeah,
all
I
my man.
mean,
The minute I find out you somebody else, then I'm out. So I like how things are set up in the Bible. And I find that a lot of people, I know a lot of people who are happy operating and they're prosperous. They're happy, they're blessed, they don't run into certain conflicts, they don't have certain problems that I see other people enduring because they are simply following the order that's in the Bible.
and that's the
That's
thing. I'm
that's
not necessarily.
even Muslim. I have Muslim friends. They're following the order in the Quran, and they're not all Muslim women are enslaved or unhappy. I know some happy ones, and they're living a very good life. They're very comfortable, and they're not very demure. They're very fashionable, very taken care of, very prosperous, very happy. Yes, very traveling, very
Go ahead,
living in the big
Isaac, with
house.
your
So I
rebuttal.
mean, hey,
I mean,
all this.
just on
All
my end. I
right.
mean, I'm not saying you're not living what you preach. I just like. I think like when everybody speaks about religion or whatever the case is, I just hear the same thing. And when I hear the same thing, I just kind of like get bored about it because I feel like no one is actually saying something more original in it. You know what I mean? And that's just what I was taking from everything. But that's
Be
like
careful, son. My son, he's leaving. Okay.
that's all I gotta say to that. I mean, it was just more of that. Like I was just like listening to everything, and I was listening to the responses, and I'm like, okay, I hear it, but like,
You're not feeling it.
what
You know?
else? Yeah, no, I'm
No,
not. I'm
it's
not,
not
bro. I'm
real.
not feeling that shit. I'm
Well,
not gonna lie,
so
bro. I'm just like,
Okay.
what else? Because I think again, it's just like I'm not, and again, I'm not saying this is who you are, but if that's you, the boo fits. But people want to stay within the surface. Let's open up what's beneath the surface, and let's talk about what's underneath the religion. Let's talk about what's underneath the submission. Let's talk about what's under those parts. Like I want to get to those layers, and that's what entices me. But that's
well,
all I gotta say on to that. So shout out to Dapper for that.
I'll say this, Isaac. As long as my ex-husband was pretending or trying to do it, or was wholeheartedly living in his God ordained role, we were very blessed and we were happy. At least I was happy. He said he was happy, so I can only go on what his testimony was, but I was happy. When he started getting outside of that, and then I saw a lot of things backfire for him. And I wasn't happy seeing him all of a sudden all his manifestations turn into disasters. Like what is going on? The flip, and he it's like he was blinded. He started getting into certain activities, and no, it wasn't women, not to my knowledge, but he started like he gonna do this business, that business. He got sidetracked from his vision, and then his money began to stop, and he got all confused. He started having uh chest pains and back pain. I just saw all kind of things going wrong. When if he would have just
Yeah,
stayed
because
the
he was
course,
wrong.
and that's not just biblically, Isaac, but if you watch Scarface, yes, I did
Jennifer,
say
did you hear what he
Scarface.
said though?
Yeah,
Before you
well,
went on, he did say something. He said, "But you were wrong." What do you say to that?
that I was wrong.
Yeah, because you were wrong for following his wrong. Like he's
I
wrong.
didn't. That's why we divorced.
You
I
following
got
that
off
part.
the train. See, you
You said what?
misunderstood. So let's go back. Let's go. Let's review. I used to teach school. Let's review, Isaac, because I want y'all to
Oh, we
get an
don't gotta do
understanding.
all that now. We don't
No,
gotta.
I'm just saying, friend.
Hold on. Oh, we ain't
I
gotta
want
do
to
all
make sure
that
I'm
now.
clear. As
All right
long
now.
as this one, I can only talk about the man I was married to, and I have seen some other people. As long as they were following the order of God, whether you know what, even if people don't believe in God, if you follow in a certain order, things gonna fall in line for you. When he stopped doing that, now see, I'm gonna say it again, because it rained on the just and the unjust. As long as you follow a certain order, things gonna line up for you. When he stopped following the order, and I'm using God because he was supposed to be a pastor. See, you're not gonna tell me you pastoring, but what you doing? You're not moving. It's like being a crip in the blood. If you
Okay.
say you were blood being red,
So,
you in blue.
so
Well, I can't follow that because you said you was a blood. That's what I'm saying. As long as
you're
you're
saying
following
everything
the
that I was
order,
just saying.
huh?
You were just saying everything I was saying. I was
Yeah,
saying that you're wrong
but
for following his wrong, and
I
this is why
didn't
this led to this
because
part.
so this the thing. I'm real, and I'm very loyal. So you don't just walk out on somebody the minute they slip and trip. I tried to work with him. I tried to pray for him. I tried to, and I watched a lot of other women do that. You don't just leave your partner. What is that? That's not what marriage is. And that's the first thing.
Partner.
Marriage is long suffering, but marriage ain't decade suffering. I mean, I waited long
It's
enough, and when
crazy.
I saw he wasn't gonna turn around, I had to do make a different decision.
All right, we're gonna get a last rebuttal from Isaac, and then we got to get Shan's insight so we can just move on. But I think what I'm getting before I get the last rebuttal from Isaac, Jennifer, there's no substance. It just seems like the same mishmash that we hear on a consistent basis.
Yeah.
Oh,
And I already see Isaac's turned off by something that you had to help your partner. And certain men have an issue with that. If you don't come already assembled within the relationship, then you shouldn't have a relationship.
well,
You always constantly keep working on yourself before you have a partnership with somebody
but
else.
things.
I think that's the point that he was getting to.
But that's like saying as a ball player, the minute you get hurt, your team cuts you. No, they got players on injured reserve. So sometimes your partner got to be on injured reserve. You don't just cut them off the team. Now, I will say, like my
No
ex-husband, though
partners
he
though.
didn't turn out to be good for me, he was a great man on paper. And he had some excellent qualities, excellent qualities. Very educated, very well dressed, very smart, very good businessman. But something happened where he just got derailed. He just got off the course of what I signed up for. It's like being on a plane. If you fly into Miami and the stewardess says, well, we need you to put your seatbelts on. We're about to land in New York in about 5 minutes. You're going to be like, what the hell? My ticket say Miami. So when he changed his destination, I just didn't want to be on that trip no more. That's all.
Okay.
I couldn't get him to make a U-turn. So
Understandable. Last rebuttal from Isaac, and then we got to get Shan's insights. We got to move on. Go ahead, Isaac.
Last thing I gotta say is ain't no such thing as partners. That's it. I'm out. That's all I gotta say. Ain't no such. There is no partners. There is leader and there is a follower. That's all I'm gonna say with that.
Okay.
So.
I agree.
Awesome.
I agree.
Okay. All right. So we're just going to cool it down for a second. Let's get a little bit more insight, and then we'll just mix it all together, okay, like a great salad. All right. So, Shan, this is on you. Do you believe in the sanctity of marriage under which is governed by religion?
Yes and no. Because one, I agree with coming under, you know, what does the Bible say? When a man finds a good a wife, he
When a
finds a
man
good
finds a
thing.
wife, he finds a good thing in his, he'll find favor with God.
God. Okay.
That's right.
That 100%. Believe in that 100%. Because you have to consult with someone first to that higher power before you are able to lead me and the family, right? When it comes to I have had the pleasure of speaking with so many different couples. And I'm gonna tell you, okay, so I know one couple. I have a client that her and her husband been married 20 something years, but they're swingers. Okay. And
That's
they
I thought about that when you was talking about that.
oh, see, so they
Yeah,
they they've gotten married in the church in the Christian church,
that's
the
hard.
Bible and all that good stuff and all that it is, right? But they within their marriage, right? They did what works for them and what makes them happy.
Yeah.
They never was, oh well, we're married so we can't do this and I can't kiss a girl and I can't do that. If that's the life that they want, and this man is still being the head of the household, he's still protecting his family, protecting his children, making sure his wife is kept, he's doing what he has to do. I don't believe that you have to go by everything that the Bible says, but you definitely have to have a covering from God. You have to speak to God about whatever that it is that they're doing. They're not doing anything to hurt anyone. This is something that they decided to do. So as oh my God, I forgot your name, girl. I'm so sorry.
Jennifer.
Jennifer, as
Yeah.
Jennifer was saying, she was saying about the leadership skills, about the guy. No, she was saying about the order and everything. My brain ran back to just the laws of the universe. What you put out is what you put in. Just
Right.
those little laws. What goes around comes around. Like, what if you choose to be the leader of your family as the man, and you choose to do something that will cause harm or danger or mistrust or whatever it is to your family, and that will lead them the wrong direction. No matter if you're religious or not, you're just going to have to reap those consequences of it.
Yep.
So I agree with both of them. I agree with, you don't gotta be in a box. Let's talk about the stuff outside of it. Let's see what me and you truly like. Like, do we like to go on vacations and have threesomes? Like, what are we
Right.
doing here? You know what I'm saying? Like,
That shit happens for real.
it's all what works within that unit.
Okay, so is that okay? So, and then Shan, I'm going to get back to you in just a second. Isaac, was that substance that you were looking for to hear
Yeah,
instead
I
of all
like
that
that
conservative
shit.
bullshit?
Yeah, because I mean that's out the box. Like that's like the shit that you don't necessarily hear when it comes to religion X, Y, and Z. You know what I'm saying? That's real. I actually just made a video about that earlier, talking about that this is what happens, like threesomes, people being open within these relationships, high school sweethearts, people being long term relationships. People don't even know people in long term relationships. Sometimes they get bored of each other and they want to explore other people, so they have to be open in that. But a lot of people don't want to admit that part because it's not
Of
taking it so
the
easily
religion.
in society. Yeah, but that's what I like to hear, because it's a thing of like, you don't hear that on a day to day basis. That's the shit I like to talk about.
Well,
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The threesomes, the open relationships, the okay, if you're in a monogamous relationship at this point, what led you to this point to be open? That's the shit that really opens up the minds for those who are listening and will listen right now. Because at the
Gotcha.
end of the day, people will be on the cap of being like, "Oh, but I only know this." But like I was talking about before, the same shorties that was in the I'm not trying to say bitches, but the same shorties that was being on the whole type of time of like, "Oh yeah, they gonna give me the head. We smashing already right after church." Be the same ones that be the most open, but they are the most religious within studying the Bible, X, Y, and Z. But that doesn't take from them. It's just that they still are open, but religion gives them the cap of how their lifestyle is supposed to be, and that's what I like to talk about above the lifestyle of religion. So you hit on that with this shit right here.
Gotcha. Go ahead, Jennifer. Finish up, and then I gotta ask Shan something. Go ahead, hon.
Well,
I got something to say.
I'll say this, Isaac. Unfortunately, I can't give you what I don't have. And
That's okay.
I don't ever, I mean, I can't. That's not what I would do. And that's not what I went through. That's not my testimony. You see what I'm saying?
That's
I
fine.
answered the question, and that's just not what I come from. That's not what I do. That's not how I roll. Now, I don't criticize anybody else because just like Shan said, I mean, they got couples that on Friday night, they get paid. They gonna get some liquor, they get drunk, they playing spades, they gonna fight on Saturday. On Sunday, they're gonna be happy, go back to church Monday like nothing. I mean,
This
to
is
work Monday like
true.
nothing happened.
This is true.
That's their lifestyle. That's just not what I come from. And I wouldn't be in an open relationship because that's just not what's comfortable
Right.
to me.
That's what.
So, as far as help my husband, what I was saying is, I'm not going to leave you if you're down. And where they have leaders and they have followers, they have to have good soldiers as well. Because sergeants
This is true.
get shot too. Anybody on the battleground can get shot.
Right.
I mean, they're all subject to death. It is what it is.
Right.
But I'm
Yeah,
sorry. I mean,
Well,
I'm not against
I
that.
can't give what I don't have in terms of life experiences. That wasn't my experience.
absolutely. Well, Shan knows me from back in the day. I've always been a dog. So I can't sit up here and act like I'm perfect or holier than thou. That's always been my deal. She's even told me on multiple occasions, well, maybe you should slow down. So I get it. And I understand. I was a whore. I was a slut for a while too. So I get it.
Oh.
So
I'm
anyway.
I mean,
sorry,
you gotta
y'all.
see where your
I'm
life is
sorry.
taking you,
No, we're
though.
all
You
being
know,
honest.
Did
This
the
is my
streak end?
testimony.
Did the streak end? Like what's going
No,
on?
no,
Did the streak
it's
end?
calmed down a little bit, but I'm just chilling. Anyway,
Respectfully.
so what happened?
I said respectfully.
Respectfully,
Yeah.
Isaac. We'll talk on the back end.
Yeah,
Anyway,
that's,
so
that's I had to keep it there. I had to keep it there.
Well,
yeah, you got it.
can I have a second?
Yeah, go ahead.
Isaac,
Go ahead, hon. Go
let
ahead.
me blow your mind. I am presently in a
Please.
relationship
I would love
that
that.
I've been in for 2.5 years.
Okay.
But prior to that, I got into it shortly after I separated, going into divorce with my husband. I was married to that man for 9 years. We dated 9 months and got married.
Right.
I was married before
that is
then.
too
We dated
short.
6 months and got married. So the only 3 relationships I've had, I was married, and in a relationship. I just haven't gotten out. I mean, that's just not where I'm at, and that's comfortable. I am comfortable in marriage.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be comfortable with that's just too much for me.
Gotcha. Go ahead.
You know what, Jennifer?
Jan.
I agree with you because your answer was based off of your experience, and I
Yeah,
can
I
understand
mean,
that.
it ain't
Yeah, I
no.
can
I
understand
want
that.
to say
The
that
only
too.
reason I have this knowledge is because one, I'm a hairstylist and I've been podcasting forever. So like
Uh-huh.
I've been getting different bits and pieces. And I remember before when I would do lives with Russell, he would say, just talk about the general, like not just what you feel per se. Cause I was always like, well, I don't, but I had to learn, and that was one of the beauty of podcasting is that, okay, well, damn, everybody's life is really different out here. And
Sure.
It
it's
is.
not just, so yeah, I understand where you're coming from though.
No,
Right. I've
Well,
always said to her, you don't want to give a biased opinion, and I don't even do that on my shows
yeah,
anymore. You have to
no.
allow. Yeah, you have to allow people to explain their experiences because it's not about. We're interviewing, we're hosting. I want to, like Shan said, I want to hear from your perspective because there's something that I don't know that I'm learning for the first time, and I've always loved that experience. So Jen, your experience is phenomenal, and
Apparently,
like
people are saying that because if you watch, for instance, if you watch Bridgerton, if y'all saw Bridgerton I love the production, but it wasn't foreign to me. I'm from New Orleans, and my niece is making her debut in February. We come from debutantes. That's what we do in my family. The Cosby Show was not unreal to me. My grandparents had master's degrees. That doesn't make us above. That is my life. I do not, I mean,
Yeah.
and so different people come from different things. Now, I
Correct.
will say this, being transparent, Isaac, you may relate to this. No, I ain't never been no swinger, but it was very odd for me growing up with professional grandparents, and my dad was a professed drug dealer. He was known. People know my last name. It is what it is.
Yeah.
I cannot hide it. I've been places and people go, "Oh, your last name is not." It's like, well, yeah, and then it's like that's the elephant in the room. It is what it is. So that's a
Jennifer,
very unique experience.
real quick,
Yes.
I I just interviewed this lady right here. You see this book, Married but Single, Confessions
Yeah.
of a Military Wife, and it's not only for military wives. It's just for women, wives, whatever.
Hmm.
She's on her third marriage. So I'm gonna send this book to you. I think you will really, 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 really love it.
I don't mind, but understand, I don't feel bad about the.
No,
Yes,
of
I
course
will
not.
remarry
I just
because
relate
when
with your
I had.
story.
Oh, okay. Because I had
Yeah.
someone once say, "Did I feel bad if I get married again? I would have married 3 times." I said, "No, because there are
Nah.
some chicks can't get married never. So no, I just don't
Yeah.
believe in
Right.
lingering something that's just not going to. You've tried everything; it's not going to work. And
Right.
they
Right.
weren't bad people. It's just they could not live up to their representative.
Right.
I'm a very contractual person. I want whatever you present. It's like a car dealership. If I sign for a Mercedes, don't show up with a Beamer.
Right.
I
Mm-hmm.
signed for that. I want what you
Right.
showed me. So the minute you can't show me and give me what you said, what you sold to me, we got an issue. Now you might fall how we working back around to what you presented to me.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
But different strokes for different folks. Like right.
Exactly.
Like Isaac likes the lifestyle of rotations, and I enjoyed
I,
that too. I've enjoyed rotations as well and fucking multiple
So,
women. I don't want kids. Shannon,
mhm.
I don't want to
wow.
procreate. So we all have certain things that we
Yeah.
acquire in our
And
life.
I don't judge. I think success is
But
doing whatever it is, getting whatever it is you want, and that's a
with
whether.
that, let me say this too.
Yeah.
One thing I'm never gonna knock what you got going on. For anybody that lives a lifestyle, I was solely just speaking on, what was going on, X, Y, and Z. But you live what you live. But that's what I love about the conversations that we're having
Yeah.
right now, is that we're able to speak in this type of manner, have these things going on. You know what I'm saying? Whatever the case is. So,
Yeah.
so shout out to y'all. Shout out to Russ for being a dog and shit.
I'm
Good man. Of
apologize. I
course.
just didn't have
Roof,
nothing to
roof.
give. That's all I got, Isaac.
It's
I'm sorry.
okay.
No, it's fine. No, it's good.
It's
That's what I'm saying. And that's
okay.
what I always
I
explain it. We all have
I put
different
it out there. I
lifestyles.
had to
That's
put it
what
out there.
yeah. That's what's beautiful about it. We all have different lifestyles, and that's okay.
It's,
Yeah,
it's,
It's
but
all right.
it's
you
good to
know,
share. It's good to share because people need that. People need to see different people in the room. That's why I had to have my own. I mean, like I had to say what I had to say because at the end of the day, if there's no conflict, no rebuttal, then there isn't no understanding somehow.
Correct.
Because
yeah,
everything is polarity. If
Right.
there is no conflict, it's too much peace, and I don't believe in too much peace.
I'm with you.
I believe in you're gonna understand what I'm saying, or there's gonna be a part of me that's gonna understand what you're saying. Because at the
I
end of
get
the
it.
day, there's
I
gonna
get
be
what happened.
point to point to that.
Right. I get what
Straight up.
happened. I didn't mean to cut you off, Isaac. I think there was too much agreement on everything. Everybody said yes,
Yeah,
yes, yes. That's what I
it's too
want.
much, bro.
Right. Let's get down to the brass tacks. Like
Come
I
on,
want to challenge you on certain things. Go ahead, Isaac. I'm sorry.
nah, you good, bro. It's just like let's just be real. Like I'm just the type that before I definitely used to be the motherfucker like, yeah, peace, love. Nah, fuck that shit. I was trying to take the rug up off in your feet and let's talk about this motherfucker. Like I want to talk about this shit because I'm in the field. I'm with hoes. I'm with the shit. Like I'm spending. Like I'm out here living my fucking life, and I see the things of what it is. So I want you to be honest about the things that's happening. Cause ain't nobody really that innocent the way people present it to be. And that's just like
Well,
my whole thing. My whole thing is just being honest and being real up front. I ain't saying nobody isn't. But again, I said
Jennifer
it. If the boot fit, the
gave
boot
that.
fit.
Jennifer just gave the grown woman, you
Right.
know,
well, yeah.
sugar
So,
answer. Like this is it.
I felt like that
Right.
was like
let me say this
a
too,
boot to
Isaac. And
fit. You know what I'm saying?
I've said this to several people. When women are saying, the women that I've counseled have been like, well, I just want to be married, and so and so's married for 40 years. They married. That's what you're seeing. You don't see what they went through, which is what Sham was presenting. And so I've had women say, well, you're so strong. Yeah, you didn't like it. You walked away. And I've told them, I'll be the first to admit, that doesn't mean I'm strong. Maybe I'm not strong enough. Maybe because I had to get out the kids, like, this too hot. I got to move on to something else. So
Right.
I'm just not as tolerant as some women or men, because to be in a long-term marriage, there's a lot of things that go on that the public doesn't know.
Right.
And I'm just not a willing,
Yeah.
and it's nothing
Participant,
really
because you and
that
I,
terrible that they
Right.
did. It's just I could
it
not.
would never occur. It would never be. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut both of you off, but it would never be like, Jen, if I ran into somebody like you that was marriage minded, if you were single, and I'm going to be honest with you, the first thing that I want after the second date is sex. And I can understand how marriage minded and religious you are, but I know what I want. So it comes down. Shan laughs every time I say this, but I know what I want.
How do you know how
So if we're
religious
not on
I
the
am?
same,
You don't know me.
if we're not on the same
But how do you know
scale,
how religious I am?
no. I don't.
No,
No.
he's saying he said, tell her how you mean it. He's not saying that's what you are. He's just saying
Right. I'm
it.
just saying, just in general.
In general, yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
it's funny for me. The way I roll and how I move, though it is based a lot in my religion and in my beliefs, solely that. But also, I told you my daddy used to do. So my position on certain things before we go A to B, I'm trying to see how you move on several levels with several things, because I'm just not going to follow you. That has nothing to do with sex or anything. As a man, if you don't present and move as the kind of man I can respect, they got all kind of men out there. It's like buying a vehicle. What Audi's doing, BMW not doing. I don't want no Audi. So it's about, first of all, I know who I am. So because I know who I am, then I know what I'm willing to submit to.
Gotcha.
I already
Understandable.
got a son. Y'all saw him kiss me goodbye. So I don't need another son. So for me, I know that I got to be with a certain kind of man.
Right.
He got to have a certain kind of strength. And in that strength, hey, it takes a strong man to say, you know what, I made a mistake with this. I need to go and try this strategy. I'm good with that.
Gotcha.
So it's not,
Gotcha. So we've all explained our experiences. So I know, Shan, you mainly focused on podcasting. I talked to you a while back about your lifestyle. Are you still? Is that something that you still entertain? Is that something? Are you a big, strong believer in monogamy? Is non-monogamy? Are you just flirting with the idea?
I've always been a believer in monogamy.
No. What you really gotta say though?
Why is it?
Okay, here's the thing. I believe in monogamy, of course. I believe
That's a real thing.
I believe in it. It's a real thing. But I'm also at a part of my life that if I know that's what I want, that's the direction I'm going to go into. If I know that I want to be in an open relationship, that's the direction I'm going to go.
Okay.
It just depends on where I am in my life. Here's where open relationships comes in play for me. Open relationship comes in play after I've been with this person and we've been solid for years. And if we've been married, going strong, and we want to change some stuff up, that's where I believe in open relationships. It's if you and your partner can agree to that and can do it in a safe way, it's fine, But and that's only if the relationship gets to that point. And a lot of people would disagree and say, "Oh, well, it's not of God, or it's not this, and it's not that. It's what works for the relationship."
Everything we was talking about.
Yeah. So I don't subscribe to what's written in every single thing that's written in the Bible. There is a lot of stuff that I do believe in, but I don't subscribe to every single thing. There's a lot of negatives in the Bible. So the Bible was never meant. The Bible was more so. I believe that the Bible is a spreadsheet, right? Like, listen, this is the real shit that's actually happening. Everyone thinks that everything in the Bible is holy. No, I don't know the Bible perfect, but I remember a lot of scriptures or know a lot of things that is not, that is, a lot of sin goes on in the Bible. But the community, the Christian community makes, and this is why a lot of drama and a lot of there's a lot of infidelity going on in a relationship that's within the Christian community because they're not real to themselves. They're trying to follow this script and not really being real and saying, listen, God gonna be in the middle of this conversation. We gonna have this conversation. Like, listen, I'm desiring someone, you're desiring someone else. What should we do here? You know, like, how can we go about it? God, let us know what works. Like, in that way, and not, oh, well, this is what it says in the Bible, and we have to do it this way. No, because that's not what you really truly feel.
Mhm.
But sometimes it is. You know, it just depends on where you and your partner is. That's just how I look at it.
Okay. No, I appreciate it. I respect it. You've always been like that.
Yeah.
So it's like I get where you're coming from on that. You know, you dance with the idea. You're all about, yes, if the man is presenting something to you, as in terms of a monogamous relationship, we got to rock for a couple years. But here's my problem that a lot of you women fall to. The double standard is like a huge flaw when it comes to open relationships. Well, no, I want it open on my end. It's closed on yours.
Ooh-wee.
I don't believe in that.
I don't know anybody like that.
Yeah, that doesn't mean
These
nothing.
are great answers. I feel like we may have the wrong people on the panel, and we need some other people to like be like, "Oh, what are you talking about?" They're like
I
all agreeing on
don't.
the grade scale. No, you guys
No,
are doing
wait,
Why
great.
you
To be
want to
honest.
put me off the
do
panel?
you
No,
believe in a
no.
double
You're
standard?
what I'm saying. Your answers are too great, and we sometimes you just it's too great. I can only just be like, "That's real." I mean, honestly, I
You want to
mean,
argue a little
Why?
He
bit.
does
How?
want
I do.
I would. I
arguing.
mean,
I
I
like
don't know
it.
any women
Arguing
who
is
want to
fun.
have an open relationship and tell their husband that he can't. I don't know any. I'm not having these discussions.
It's not open. It's one sided. Then, like that's
But
just
I
what
don't
it
know
is.
anybody. I've never heard that. I don't know nobody
Well, so
like
you
that.
got no
Okay, let
questions
me
Let
or
say
me
this, Isaac.
crazier.
let me say this. Let me say this.
Let me
I'm
say this.
trying to.
I
I
Go ahead,
don't.
Jan.
I do not discuss my personal life and my relationship with my peers. I
For
don't. I don't go into that. So I just don't roll like
real.
that. I think that's strange. I don't want to hear what you do in the bedroom. You don't need to hear what I'm doing. I do. That's just not where I'm at.
real.
Now we're gonna talk business and how we're gonna get some money. I'm all about that. What's going on in my bedroom? I don't do that. So in turn, I don't ask them what's going on. This. So they're not bringing that to me. I'm not saying they're not doing. I'm saying they're not hollering at me with that because they already know. I'm like I don't have nothing. It's just like being this parent. I have nothing for you.
Understandable.
I
Jan,
ain't
go
got
ahead
nothing
and
for you.
finish your point, hon. You were going to
For
make a
me,
point. When I open on my end, not open on yours.
okay, so um I do know a few couples that their husbands are homebodies. They don't like going out. They don't like having fun. They just want to go to work, pay the bills, get vagina from their woman, and go on with the next day. But their woman goes out. I know two people like that. They go out. They might like someone,
There
you
you go,
know.
Isaac. Hold on. Let her go
And
ahead.
then, yeah, I just.
Go ahead. Let her finish. It's getting
Well,
spicy. Go ahead.
I'm saying this from the woman. You know, I'm sure there's ones where the women don't go out, but the men goes out and do their things. But the guy knows this, but they're okay with it. But I don't.
Right,
I wouldn't say
right,
that
right.
it was a conversation like, oh, we're open, so whatever. I just think that what's understood don't have to be explained. That's how they look at things. Like,
Yeah.
you know, I'm out here. You know, I be going. I don't come home till 6 a.m. Like, or I won't come home till the next day. So you
Oh
should know.
Jesus.
But you gonna still get your dinner, and I'm gonna still make sure the house is clean. But just let me do me because you don't wanna. You know what I mean? So I do know
Yeah.
that. I for sure do. So when I had to think about it, and I
Okay.
actually do. So
All
one
right,
of
but
the
you don't
couples are not together
subscribe
no more
to.
though.
Okay, but you don't subscribe to none of that. That's just shallowness. Then it's like, well, wait a minute. You're out
Me,
doing your thing. I can't do mine.
yeah,
Like,
me personally, my husband's gonna already know that I'm a woman that I wouldn't say I'm out in the streets, but I like to go out. You know, I have to network. Like he already knows how I am, but that doesn't mean that I'm gonna be out here dating other people.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but he knows that that's just how I am, and I may have to smile and flirt a little bit to get what I want as far as certain things.
Oh,
But he already know what's. You know what I'm saying? My husband would already know what's up.
real shit.
You know, so And I'm pretty sure I'm not gonna deal with a man that's insecure either. Like
There you
he's
go.
gonna be like,
That's
baby, do what
that's
you
what I was
gotta
getting at.
do,
That.
you know?
Yeah.
Like it just all depends.
Okay. So that's pretty much what I was getting at. The insecurity. So Isaac, there I added a little spice to it, okay?
I
So,
love it. I fucking love it. That's why I reacted, bro. I love that shit because when you were saying that, like, I'm on the opposite end where like I have women that either homebodies, and if they're not a homebody, they want to go out. I'm, you know what I'm saying? That's you, but like I'm out. If I come back, I'm being catered to. So it's such a beautiful dynamic. So when you were saying that, like I was really like very in tune with it because I understand that process of it. Because what it really comes down to is just like the open mindedness and communication. Communication is very effective if you're honest about that shit and about what's going on. And you're not trying to force or manipulate nobody to do something that they don't want to do. When it comes to me doing what I got to do, if you want to be a part of my program, part of my life, you got to understand what I'm doing. And if you want that, you're gonna be a part of it, and you're gonna do what you do, and I'm gonna do what I have to do. And that's why I had to make that reaction because I was like, yo, she's talking that real shit when it comes down to that, bro. That's real.
but she
But
is.
see,
She knows
you
I'm
being
getting the real. She
honest.
don't lie.
You being honest though,
Yeah,
and
she knows I'm getting
that's
Yeah,
the
I
key
mean,
thing.
but that's what
A
all
lot
women
of
want.
times
All women want
men
is
are not
honesty.
honest.
But that's
They
what
will
that's
come in and they will tailor their program and their presentation according to the woman they dealing with.
Right.
Yeah.
So
yeah. I
They're not
mean,
being
that's
honest.
what we're
Like
getting at.
yeah,
just be
Right.
honest.
yes,
Cause
yeah.
Right.
I
see,
was just
if
about to
you
say that,
honest
Russell.
with me, I'ma tell you. I may say like I can already tell you, Russell, respectfully, there would never be a me and you. I don't roll like that. But as a business person, I mean, you cool. You got me on your platform. I am appreciative. Same thing with Isaac. I rock with you. But
Yeah, we
that would
homies, we
be
cool.
No, no,
it.
no, no, no,
Yeah.
no, no,
But and I
no.
got
You're right.
several
Respect
guy
it. 1000%.
friends
Yeah,
that I've
it's
had for
our
20
business.
years that women will say, what about this one? Girl, no, I would
Yeah.
never. No, but go do you. Because I know them Negroes. I know how they roll
Yeah.
and I know what they're doing. That and I would, and they'll tell you. I have guy friends. One of them told me they were at a barbecue, about 5 of them. Another guy said, man, what about Jen? None of y'all never dated Jen. They're like, nah, we don't everybody date her want to get married. We don't know what's up with Jen. We're not
Right,
trying to
right,
get
right, right,
married.
right,
Nobody
right,
want to
right,
date
right.
Jen. So it is
Right.
what it is. You know,
Right.
but
Yeah,
you're
it's just
honest.
like it's just like, and I'm going to cut you off, and then Isaac, you can make your point. Then we're going to finish this up. It's like Shan and our relationship. We don't cross that line where I want to have sex with her. She's my little sister. I'm her big brother. So that I get that. I get that dynamic. We'll
Yeah.
never cross that line. So that's just what it is. But go ahead, Isaac.
No, no. I said what I need to say. I feel like the way the amount we touched on, we touched on. But yeah, you know what I'm saying. Even to that point, you know, Jen and I were homies. So we're, you know, we
All
do business. We do what
day.
we do.
All
Yeah.
day,
You know
right?
what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Yeah.
All day.
But
All
hey,
right, guys, we're
great
going to
twist.
wrap it up because go ahead, Isaac. Finish what you're saying.
I said great twist because that was a great thing. Hey, bro, I
Thank
love
you,
this
sir.
shit, man. You
Thank
was
you, sir.
spice my motherfucker up.
I try. I
Hey,
try, sir.
God,
I
thank you,
try.
bro. I
I
appreciate that. Like,
try.
it's so refreshing, bro. Like, I be on so other panels, like, everybody keep shit bland and vanilla,
Yeah,
and I'm like, bro, like,
they do.
you guys are trying to keep it cool and safe and protective. Whole time, nobody wants to talk about like the. Can we just talk about the elephant in the room?
The
Like, can we
elephant in
talk
the room.
about what's really going on, bro? Like, I don't really got. That should be
Well,
boring me,
That,
but
well,
but
if I
that's how
told you
what
what
he's
the
saying is it's really reality because in a lot of marriages, either the husband or the wife, you know, they're acting like they're more holy and than now when they're at home, but they like to go out at the strip club at night and throw ones and get loose.
dang.
You know what I'm saying? Like I
I,
get it, and you gotta be you gotta know your partner and be equally yoked. That's why a lot of these marriages don't last because they sugarcoat shit and they try to live under the religion umbrella, and
Mhm.
no one ain't talking about the real shit. You know, so I get what he's
that's why
saying.
that shit don't last, and that's why it causes infidelity
Never
because
does.
Right.
I don't fuck some wives before. You know what I'm saying? I done got some already that's trying to X, Y, and Z, trying to hit
Right.
yo. But I'm just it's just at the time like the reason why it happens is because you was never satisfied with the person that was in front of you.
Right.
You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? And I wasn't
Isaac,
even
you know
trying to
how
be a
many times I've
homewrecker.
heard
Well,
women say, Isaac, you know how many multiple times I've heard women say at the bar, I've been a good girl and they're fucking me in their car. I mean, that's just the way it is, bro. But
It
some
just
of them
happens.
want to let, right. But you know what also, too, we got to realize, too, Isaac, before we wrap this up,
Yes, sir.
women don't want to reveal everything.
They
So
can't.
it's like, they're only going to reveal it to the real ones.
Yes.
They don't want to reveal everything.
Ah!
Some things just have to be a
Yeah,
secret.
I understand.
You get it?
I
Dude,
don't agree with that.
I can't. Jay, we
I
could
don't agree with that.
talk for years. We could talk for years. We
Well,
just
I
can't.
mean, I'll just say
I
the
got
issue,
videos
not
on
not
that
that
right
I
now.
didn't want to go super deep into my relationship. I just saying in each case, it just wasn't. It was not a case of I caught them with somebody, and I didn't have that, so I don't have that story to tell.
No,
I
no.
Then
never
that's
caught a man
good. That was good for you.
driving no other woman in my car. I ain't never done that because I'm not gonna date you if you don't have two cars. So you can't be in
Well,
my car.
it really
That's
isn't. I think he's just saying like
oh.
if your husband likes, if your husband likes, BDSM and you don't know about it, it's like he want to be tied up and beat,
That would
and
be
he
odd.
won't, but he wouldn't tell you that because you probably presented this holy type of
Right.
vanilla sex
God
type of thing to him.
Right.
damn.
You know
Right.
what
No.
I mean?
Right.
So I don't
Right.
think it's more so about cheating
This
and
is a good,
whatever. It's
So
just
good
those
conversation.
little things
we
that
didn't
that
have
is
a
not
sexual
of
issue.
God.
I just tell you, he wanted to raise some goddamn dogs. I didn't want to do that shit. I don't want no puppies in my house. I want 2 or 3 dogs, and the dogs was dying, and
Oh,
it,
he's
it
talking
was
about
not working.
raising those.
I didn't want to be in that business. He ran me crazy. It was just I don't want to
Yeah.
do this,
Yeah.
and
But
it was
Jen, you
just
heard
so
what
many
Shan
other
said though,
pet
right?
peeves
You're
I
talking.
had.
Yeah, you're
Huh?
talking your business, hun. Sexual.
We
Like
talking
a man
about
that's
sex.
religious. He's a
But
We're
you
pastor
said,
on a
talking about
pulpit,
yeah,
and
sex.
he
we were
wants his
talking.
ass
Well,
spanked. He
we
wants to
got
get
on here to
spanked at
talk
home.
about. You
Yeah.
told me with the subject matter was having a religious relationship.
Right,
You
right, right,
didn't
right,
say
right, 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 right,
nothing
right,
about
right.
a
We're still
sexual
on that. We're
relationship.
still on that. We're still. But
But
Isaac just wanted to
that's a
bring in the
part of it,
real.
though.
Right,
It's
it's
a part
part
of
of
Well, the
it.
it.
word of
Right,
God said there's nothing defiled in a marital bed. So that means however y'all get down, that's how y'all get down. You just got to be open. See, that's when people get married too fast. You need to know every aspect and put it on the table. This is a contractual. This what I like. This what I want to do. So people can make a
Ah,
proper
this
choice.
is shit
A
that get
lot
me
of times,
bored,
men,
bro.
y'all not upfront with what you want to do, how you want it done, so that we have the
right.
opportunity to tell you I'm either
But
with
Jen,
it or
I
I'm
don't
not.
have. But Jennifer, I don't have time to put down a contract when my pants are down to my ankles, sweetheart. So the contract has it's got to get done later. The contract is solidified with me in the bedroom. So that's my contract.
Everybody
Verbally,
That's
rolls how they roll.
that's it, bro.
right, that's
I'll
all I'm
even.
saying. I don't have time for a pen. I have my paper pen, but I don't have time to write down a
But
contract.
see,
I
hey,
want to get
When
let me
I
details.
also
say a
say this
contract, I'm just
too.
saying
With that
people
being, hold
being
on, Jen, hold on,
upfront.
Jen, hold on. Give me a second. I'm gonna say something. But you see the. I want people to view this right now. You see the way you're speaking into this manner. I've been with women that said the same thing, and they still suck my dick right after they give a fucking
Right,
speech
okay.
on
Well,
church.
I don't
And I'm not saying
know
that's
because
you. I'm not saying that's you. I'm
yeah.
just saying that there is that jargon that people want to spill in this surface world. It's
Right,
not real. It's not real. I ain't
right,
saying that's you
Jen is
though,
like,
but if
I don't
that's
know
not,
nothing about that,
I ain't,
I just
right,
said,
it
Sherry,
right,
ain't.
right, right,
I
right,
don't give
right,
a
and
right,
I
right,
fuck.
don't blame
right.
you, Jen.
I can only
I'm
give
here for
y'all
you.
what
I
I
got your
No,
got.
back.
Jen,
I got your back.
that's
But I
real.
will
That's
Hell
what
no.
needs
say
to be
this
put
to
down,
y'all.
hon. But I'm just
I
saying though,
got pointed out to
we've been through it. Like women say this, oh, I don't do that.
Okay, Sherry.
No, don't touch me there. No, don't talk. And then
All
we're
I can
fucking the
yeah,
next
if, that,
two
if that's
minutes. And
all
that's
that's
I
up
that's
can
to
what I'm
them,
say to
bro.
saying.
you too
Right.
is keep in mind that when I got married, the proposals came quick. I'm gonna leave it
Understandable.
right there.
Understandable.
Oh, Jen was like, listen, you only know what I'm doing in the bedroom, but I got this
Right. I got
locked.
a lot. I
That
get
part.
that. Right.
That
That part.
part. I'm like, I'm
That
not.
part.
There you go, Shane.
I think Isaac just don't want you to be. I think he wants you to just spill the beans,
I'm
like
being
this talk.
myself.
But
I
I
can
get
only,
it. You more
I can only be
conservative with
me.
it, and that's okay.
That's
Hold on,
fine.
if I wanted to, I would have said it
Okay.
first and foremost.
Right. Right.
I would have been honest with
Isaac
you up front and
knows
be like,
me
hey
though.
Jen,
He knows
just be
I.
honest about it. But
Okay.
if I really wanted to, but I'm not doing that because I'm not gonna force someone that doesn't want to say what they want to say.
Right.
But they're saying
Of
it without
course.
saying it though.
I
That's
just
all I'm saying.
don't have nothing. I'm sorry, y'all.
No, don't
Nah, you
apologize. Don't. There's
cool.
no need to apologize.
I don't have nothing.
There's nothing to apologize about.
I didn't know.
We're the heathens. Jennifer, listen to me, sweetheart. Before we leave, we're the heathens. You're fine. You good.
Y'all are not
Okay.
heathens.
No, I am a
I ain't
Nah,
no
heathen.
I am
heathen.
most definitely.
I am a heathen.
I am most definitely.
Oh, okay. Well, y'all are nice heathens.
And
I love
I'm gonna
y'all.
own that
Yeah.
shit. Hey,
Oh
speaking of
Yes, we're healthy,
heathens,
healthy
Healthy
heathens.
heathens. HH.
yes,
no.
Healthy
HH.
heathens. All
We
right,
just
Shan.
have to, you
Go
got to
ahead,
have
hon.
a different. I got some other testimony. This just ain't my testimony. I got some other stuff that I did. I mean, we just.
Oh, we got to get Jen
Well, we'll
another
make it a
shot.
part two.
I'm
We'll
literally
make
be
it a
opening up.
part two.
Let's make a part 2.
Let's make a part 2.
I'll just say I was arrested at 21 months old.
Leave it there.
Yeah, that's
and
it.
We'll talk about your position. Leave it there. Don't say nothing else.
I've been having street cred.
Jennifer?
Don't worry about y'all.
Hey, Jennifer, leave it right there. We're going to make it a part 2. Shan's got to get ready to go to a party. Shan, go ahead and give them your plugs and what you got going on. And then we'll follow with Isaac and then Jennifer. Go ahead, Shan.
Okay, guys. So you can follow me here at CEO Your Life _ Skylis here studio. Follow in my bio. You can follow my Wine Glass Conversations podcast that's being revamped right now, and my Student to Life podcast with my co-host DJ Stretch. And for hair appointments and stuff like that, if you're in the South Florida area, I got you. You can book with me in my studio. Look out for my first episode of Wine Glass Conversation on November 25th. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be dope. So yeah, that's all I got.
Awesome. Thank you, Shan. Isaac, go ahead, drop your plugs.
What's going on? It's Isaac AllStar Lifestyle. I see y'all in the building. Hold on. I got Darius and Efrain. Go ahead and put some stars in the chat because I see y'all shining this motherfucker. But anyway, y'all can go ahead and follow me at Weird Evolution 1. And on YouTube, you can follow me at Isaac Lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? AllStar Lifestyle. That's what we do. Young vegetarians seeking our fate into this world. We make sure we move the mountains and we shine with our motherfucking it factor. Shout out to everybody that's viewing this right now. Shout out to those who are going to view this. And make sure y'all tap in with each and every individual here. Because we out here making history. Straight up.
Straight up. Jennifer, go ahead. Drop your plugs. Huh?
In the Closet comes back in December. I have to get y'all on my podcast. So it's Tuesday nights when it starts back in December. Tuesday nights, 8:30 Central, 9:30 East. In the Closet, we talk about things that a lot of people don't like to talk about. So, and also I run Essential Credit Solutions, LLC. We're doing personal credit, business credit. I do business consulting. So, hit me up, Essential Credit Solutions on my Instagram. If you want to connect with me, you need some financial advice, credit advice, I'm here for you.
Excellent. Guys, please have a fantastic weekend. Shan, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
For coming back.
Hey,
and I want you back. Hopefully top of 2025, okay? Please.
Okay, we'll see what we can do.
We'll see what we can do?
Yeah.
All right. Appreciate it. Guys, have a fantastic weekend. Shan, enjoy the party. Peace. Mike Tyson's going to whoop Jake Paul's ass, baby.
Hey, he better. I got a ban on that. He better.
He better.
Listen, I got $50 on it.
I only got 20. My check's gone. All right, guys. Have a fantastic night. Let me sign off with the rest of the
guys. Bye, guys.
Bye, Jen. Nice meeting you.
Bye.
Guys, get the hell out of here. Goodbye.
I'm going to follow y'all. Bye.
Bye-bye. That was great. That was Shan, Jennifer, Isaac in the building, and that was the Brash Talk Show. Thank you guys so much for joining. I really appreciate it. You guys are the best. I had about 7 to 8 viewers. The show was getting intense, and that's what Isaac wanted, and I thought it was fantastic. So I will be back next week, November 22nd, Friday, November 22nd, with the Man Panel Show. We got Miles, and we got Lucario. Sex appointment is the topic. Should be a good one. You guys have a fantastic fucking weekend. I'll see you next Friday, and take care of one